Hello friends, how are you? Today we are discussing about India-China standoff situations and also discussing about troops deployments from both sides. So watch this video till the end. Hello friends, welcome to Military Mechanics. Today we are discussing about India and China standoff situation and what we take away from last week headlines in the media that the Chinese People's Liberation Army, that is PLA, has intruded deep into Indian territory in Ladakh. Is that so? Well, the physical condition is far away from this. So we are now discussing about the current physical condition of both the armies, how the Indian military is standing on the strenuous and extreme climatic conditions of Ladakh with brave hearts, and even our army has been deployed in all over the Himalayan frontier regions, starting from Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim in the east and Uttarakhand, Himachal in the central and Ladakh in the north. Now, geographically, the border of India and China is mountainous, and this is about 3,844 kilometers approximately, and the border is undemarcated and contested between India and China. Now, the border areas in east is called McMahon line, which was demarcated in 1914 when the British was still ruling in India and the Tibet was a separate country. Now elsewhere it is called line of actual control because India and China is not agreed to the actual demarcation of the boundaries in some portion, both in Ladakh and in Sikkim. The line is demarcated and settled. Therefore, it is called international boundaries. Let me take you through the military deployment that India has done over the years. Gone of the days of 1962 when the Indian army was not properly deployed and acclimatized. Today's scenario is very different. Let's start with Arunachal Pradesh, which is spread over 86,000 square kilometers in area. Arunachal Pradesh border is looked after by two army corps. One is based in Dimapur, which is the 3 corps, and another in Tezpur, which is 4 corps. Each of these corps have 3 mountain divisions under them to look after the Arunachal Pradesh Tibet boundary. And again near Tezpur there is an air base where Sukhoi fighters planes has been deployed. These Sukhoi fighter planes are the multi-role air superiority fighters of India. That's Arunachal Pradesh boundary for you. Now come to Sikkim, which is protected by the 33 corps based in Sukna near Siliguri. Even this corps has 3 different mountain divisions looking after the boundaries in Sikkim. Most of the Sikkim boundary is well settled, but there is a pass called Nathula where the Indian army gave bloody nose to the Chinese in a fight at Nathula in 1967. Another standoff was there is Doklam area in 2017, which was settled by diplomatic mechanisms, and the Chinese forces was moved back. Well, these all are past things. Now the Indian government has decided to raise the Mountain Strike Corps, which has its headquarters at Panagarh in West Bengal. This corps has multiple roles and would be deployed along all Himalayan frontier boundaries starting from Ladakh to Arunachal. This corps is in process of being raised and formed and equipped. 17 Mountain Strike Corps is India's offensive weapon. Now move to the Uttarakhand, which is least controversial boundary in this middle sector. India has the 6th Mountain Division. It has a dual role. It can go to the east in necessary and it can go to west when required. Now discussing about Ladakh, it is the most terraneous and mountainous region. Until 1999, when the Kargil war happened with Pakistan, the 15 corps based in Srinagar used to look after the Ladakh area. Now that has changed. The 14 corps has been raised in Leh, which is specially formed for Ladakh, starting from Karakoram Pass, DBO, coming right down to Chumar and Demchok. Now India has substantial troops strength in Ladakh apart from 3 divisions. There is another independent brigade in DBO. There is an independent armored brigade. Over the past years, 6 advanced landing grounds called ALG have came up in the remote areas of Arunachal. The Daulat Beg Oldie Air Strip is also functioning in Ladakh, where it can take a landing of C-130J Hercules medium lift aircraft. Now the fact is India has ability to insert troops into DBO, airlift them from Leh or Chandigarh and put them easily to the frontier area. This is also true that over the past 6 to 7 years, the road construction and infrastructural developments, tunnels, bridges has been developing very rapidly in border areas from Arunachal Pradesh to Uttarakhand to Ladakh. In fact, one of triggers from this current standoff at the Galwan River Valley or the Galwan Valley is the shock to Daulat Beg Oldie Road, which is 255 kilometers road, which was completed last year, and now India has ability to move the troops very quickly by these roads in that areas, which is what bothering Chinese, because they had built the infrastructure over the past 15 years at a very rapid pace. But now India is catching up, and therefore patrols from both sides are matching each other or facing each other more frequently than before, and the ability of Indian Army and Indian Air Force to do surveillance and reconnaissance in those areas has also improved. Now India can actually give a bloody nose to Chinese. Today, if we are talking about deployments of troops from both sides, then India is looking in very better situation in airstrike forces. India has 270 plus fighters and 68 ground attack aircrafts from its western, central and eastern air commands. These fighters are for Himalayan frontier borders, whereas Chinese PLA Air Force has 157 fighters, 32 precision strike UAVs, 12 ground attack aircraft, 8 UAVs for reconnaissance and electronic warfare from Western Theater Command. In terms of ground forces, India has deployed 225,000 troops from armies of Central and Eastern Commands, whereas PLA has deployed 2 lakhs to 2,30,000 troops from Western Theater Command and Tibet. 14 Division has stationed in Tibet. So because of troops are balanced in both sides of border, and this standoff is annual skirmishes and Indian troops are on better conditions. There are some other reasons for Chinese which is expected because of roads and infrastructures has been developing at very rapid pace by India. Because of easy proximity of Indian troops near CPAC, that is China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, in Karakoram mountain regions where India is constructing roads because of American aggression. Remember 1967 war where India was rampaged over Chinese in Sikkim region, and now this is 2020. Indian forces are more professionals than PLA has they fought so many wars in their history. Indian Army and Indian Air Force is well poised, well strung all along Himalayan frontier, and they are very well equipped to take on any Chinese misadventure. That's all physical, geographical and strategical conditions for you. Thanks for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel. Jai Hind.